By supporting News 22, we're giving back to the community. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
Tonight on News 22, Selena Quintana takes us to the Las Cruces International Film Festival and brought us a movie closer to home than we thought. Shelby Montgomery gets an inside look at some of NMSU's feminists. And Willie Newberry shows us one of the stars of the NMSU basketball team. All this and more on News 22 Thursday.
Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shelby Kapp.
And I'm Selena Madrid. Leaders in Las Cruces are doing what they can to help grow the economy.
And one hopeful business here is the film business. Optimistic Las Crucens gathered in the new Film Las Cruces studios last week for the grand opening. It's ready to begin film production and train the next generation of crew members. The 74,000 square foot facility is in the old Coca-Cola building plant near the Interstate 10 and Main Street. New Mexico offers a 25% and 30% refundable tax credit for film and television production. The president of the Film Las Cruces says those incentives are key.
They are coming to New Mexico not just because of our vistas and our weather and our workforce, but because of those incentives first and foremost. So what we're looking to do here in Las Cruces is make ourselves competitive within the state and also attractive nationally speaking, and be one of the real progressive communities for film to put Las Cruces on the map.
Steinborn says all the pieces are in place for a southern New Mexico film industry, but it'll take time to grow.
And Breaking Bad is one of the best examples of how the New Mexico film industry is growing. Last weekend, as part of the Las Cruces International Film Festival, crew members of Breaking Bad sat on the panel to explain how the show was done. One of those guests was R.J. Mitty, one of the stars of the show. Mitty shared his thoughts on New Mexico and what the film industry means to the state and the nation.
So I think it's a great platform to get to see a region like New Mexico and like Las Cruces, and it's so important to have local films and local people making local films.
Mitty not only attended the film festival as a celebrity presenter, he was also inducted into the New Mexico Film and Television Hall of Fame. NMSU's Creative Media Institute is playing a big part in the New Mexico film industry.
And News 22, Selena Quintana tells us about one film that came from there.
Students from Sierra Middle School were treated to a movie last Friday. This was not your usual movie, though, as students had the pleasure of watching Yochi, a film made by Ilana Lapid, a CMI professor at NMSU.
So our film Yochi is a U.S.-Belizean co-production that also involves a crew of CMI students. And we shot it in the Pine Savanna and the jungle of western Belize with a cast of Belizean non-actors. And the film deals with poaching, and it's about the endangered yellow-headed parrot, about a Mayan boy who's selectively mute and guards a nest of endangered yellow-headed parrots, and then his older brother who's in debt and becomes a poacher, and the conflict between them.
They raised money through Kickstarter so they could travel to Belize to scout and shoot the film. They entered in many festivals, including this year's Las Cruces International Film Festival that happened over the weekend.
It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of different people to put on a film festival. And one of those people happens to be an NMSU student.
Senior CMI major AJ Johnson traveled with Lapid as part of the crew. She hopes the movie can spread joy as well as the message of protecting endangered animals.
Being able to work with Ilana Lapid, my director, and working with my crew, Robert Dugan and Joaquin Shavana and Nicholas Dudan, it was just amazing, like having that team and that solid foundation and trusting everyone and wanting to make something happen in Belize and spreading economic development and learning about these yellow-headed parrots. It just really motivated us to want to work with these Belizean filmmakers and make something beautiful to show the world.
Selena Quintana, News 22.
And it was pretty windy today. I hope it doesn't stay like that for spring break.
That wouldn't be too much fun, but Andreas is next with a first look at weather.
Well, the wind, it might be here a little bit. Actually, right now, winds out of the airport, coming from the west at 28 miles per hour. Still pretty breezy out there. Mostly clear skies, and temperatures still pretty mild out there at 70 degrees. And our humidity pretty dry out there as well, 18%. Dew point at 24 degrees. And our barometer sits at 29.78 inches. Now, as for today, we warm up nicely to 76 degrees, but we're still above average for this time of year, folks. We should be around 70. We woke up to 40 degrees, but just last year alone, we were actually warmer than we were today, 84, 18 in 1962. We didn't see any rain. Now, we do have a wind advisory effective until 8 p.m. tonight. I'll let you know what happens when that ends and what to expect this coming weekend. Back to you, Selena and Shelby on the desk.
Thanks, Andres. And speaking about Las Cruces, it's a pretty happy place. In fact, WalletHub.com ranks it as the happiest in New Mexico and one of the happiest in the whole country. The company looked at 28 key indicators ranging from depression rate to income growth rate to average leisure time spent per day. Las Cruces ranked 67th in emotional and physical well-being, as well as 86th in the community and environment, and was actually 100th in income and employment. Students here on campus say it's because of the close-knit community.
Like a culture-based city, so there's a lot of cultural diversity because of the college being here and everything. It's very community-based, and people just make use of what they have and make the best of it.
In comparison to other cities, I think it's a bit more community-centered. So I think if you have that factor within a city, you are like, I would think that individuals feel like they can network a bit more and feel support from their community a bit more than they would in other cities that aren't like community-centered.
City managers. Something that's making Las Cruces happy right now is basketball. Both Aggie basketball teams are playing in the biggest tournament of the year. The men's team left yesterday morning to San Diego, where they will play Clemson Tigers from South Carolina tomorrow night. The women's basketball team is playing tonight in Wyoming against the Wyoming Cowgirls.
March Madness by itself is already really exciting, but getting to have a team in there, it makes it a little more exciting, get a little more emotional about it, so I'm looking forward to it.
It's a really good basketball team, and I've gone to many of the games, and it's never a letdown, and they're just really good.
Good luck, Aggies. NMSU is being recognized yet again. A group called Top Masters in Public Health Degrees says that the state has one of the best online Masters of Public Health degree programs. The program is ranked 16th out of 50 in the U.S. The ranking is considered with tuition, student and faculty ratio, and national recognition. The dean of the College of Health and Social Services says that students get a jump start on their careers by pursuing the online degree.
This time of year, it seems like everyone is trying to slim down for spring. A popular trend in dieting is a sugar-free diet. Experts are saying that eliminating all sugar may actually be unhealthy. A sugar-free diet puts restrictions on food you can eat, including certain foods and dairy products. But they say limiting which foods you can eat can actually lead to eating disorders. Researchers found that dieting is not healthy in the long run and can lead to stress, anxiety, and depression. So enjoy a piece of chocolate cake once in a while. And that's all we got for right now. Stay tuned. We'll be back later to talk more news.
And later, Shelby Montgomery brings new light to female empowerment. More on that when News 22 continues.
Hi, I'm Diane Frank. Since joining KRWG as membership manager, I've learned that I'm one of 75,000 viewers who tune into KRWG every week, but one of only 1,500 viewers who are members. PBS has meant so much to me since I was young, and now I have a chance to give back by ensuring that we have high-quality programming for everyone. Won't you join me? We're looking for 100 new members to join during the Spring Festival. Please call the number below or go online to krwg.org. Become a part of what makes KRWG great, our members. Thanks.
The KRWG-TV public file is available to the public at 2915 McPhee Circle, Milton Hall, room 117, on the campus of New Mexico State University. Regular business hours are from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Files are also available online at stations.fcc.gov.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Thursday,
where news matters.
March is Women's Month, and last Thursday was the International Women's Day.
There's a month, a day, and a day to celebrate women, so why not have a college website? News 22's Shelby Montgomery has the story.
Talking about her campus. It's offered at over 360 campuses in the nation, including NMSU.
NMSU chapter is kind of new, and so we've had a lot of room to like work with it and play with it and kind of mold it into what we've wanted. It's really, really cool because it's turned out to be a really great bonding platform for a lot of the girls that have joined it, which is not what we expected at all, but a lot of them have gotten really close and built a lot of really great relationships.
It offers a variety of topics for women to read.
It goes anywhere from being like your 5 best lipstick colors to, you know, sexual harassment in the workplace.
All articles are written by other women.
So giving women a platform where it's just women talking about things that women can relate to, whether you agree with it or not, you can have an opinion on it because you're a girl and you have some relation to it, you know?
Her campus holds a meeting inside this building through this door every Monday at 6. Each member has a different job.
I run the Snapchat account and I do marketing.
I get all of the girls' stories and I read each one of them. I edit them for punctuation, grammar, clarity.
And to some, it's more than an online magazine.
I actually feel like I'm able to make an impact, and I feel like other people, you know, see what I have to write.
The relationship I've built with the girls, we're all really good friends. We all always hang out. I'm very close to all of them, and 2 of them are like my really true best friends here on campus.
Anyone can be a part of her campus, NMSU. All you have to do is sign up. Shelby Montgomery, News 22.
Her campus, NMSU, is holding a Women's Week at the end of March, and you can also look for their booth around campus on St. Patrick's Day. KRWG is joining a national movement to strengthen democracy by improving the quality and quantity of local news. Also, Report for America, a journalism initiative in the U.S. that combines public service with its mission to cover local news, is now taking applications for the next group of journalists to work in these local newsrooms. KRWG Director of Content said he is thrilled KRWG was included in the initiative and are always working to find partners to help in this effort. Reporters may now apply to participate as core members in the Report for America.
Every year, the J. Paul Taylor Justice Symposium studies issues concerning the human condition. This year, the issue is the U.S.-Mexico border and immigration. Immigration experts took on questions concerning border colonialism. They talked about human rights, the impact of walls, and the negative effects of forced immigration. This was the 14th annual J. Paul Taylor Symposium. And if you aren't doing anything these next couple weeks, stop by the Las Cruces Museum of Art. An exhibit titled Politics on Paper is going to be displayed till April 17th, and you don't want to miss out. The exhibit features work made as early as the 1600s by artists focused on social and political commentary. The museum is open from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, and from 5 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Saturday. For more information, go ahead and call 575-541-2137. And Andres said that the wind he doesn't think is going anywhere.
I hope the dust leaves, though. And Andreas is next with the weather.gov national forecast.
Well, the wind is going to stay here for just a little bit, not forever, but the dust is going to leave. And actually right here on this map, see this little blue line right here? Well, that's going to be our next cold front, and that's going to drop our temperatures down into the weekend and even kick up more winds again for your Saturday and your Sunday. I'll detail that more later on, but as spring arrives on Tuesday, on March 20th, the first day of spring, I wanted to talk to you about what our temperatures are going to be like. We switch it on over to our next map. You can see NOAA. This is from NOAA, by the way. I also got this map from the from the Weather Center. But this is predicting what our temperatures are going to look like here in the borderland. Well, we're going to say well above average. So that means we're going to say pretty warm. And with warm conditions means our next map will show you that we are not going to see any precipitation for these next couple of months from April until summer. When monsoon season arrives, that's when we will see some rain. Now here for us Aggies, our next map is going to show you a possible spring break location. I'll show you that right here. So if you're heading out west to Southern California or Northern California, anywhere along the west, you might be dealing with some rain showers. So this is actually going to affect California. I mean, it may ruin your vacation plans, but at least for those residents here in California, it's going to help with drought relief. We're going to see some possible snow showers in the mountain regions in the Sierra Mountains. But again, it's going to see some nice, wonderful winter storm for California and for that most of the area. I know I'll be traveling out there this coming spring break, but you know, that is what it is. You're going to see some rain and see some snow. I'll detail our forecast here in the borderland coming up after the break.
Fresh Air with Terry Gross, weekday mornings at 11 on 90.7 FM and streaming live on KRWG.org.
He wasn't just a good player, he was a superstar.
It was us against the world.
He's taking horrible abuse and death threats. He took on everything that we were afraid to face, and he changed the entire country.
Monday at 8 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
He's become this iconic figure. Everybody knows Al Capone. Everybody wants to hear about Al Capone. He personifies the gangster in American life.
The immigrant story, it's a self-made man.
The gangster can't win. He's gotta die.
The legend, in a sense, outran the man.
Tuesday at 7 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
Welcome back to KRWG News 22. We're going to take a look at our current temperatures across the beautiful state of New Mexico. Right now in Santa Fe, we're looking at 47 degrees, Albuquerque at 54, Socorro at 60 degrees, Ruidoso at a nice mild 52 degrees, and here in Las Cruces at 70 and Deming at 63. Now for tomorrow, I did mention we do have that cold front moving in, so temperatures are going to be cooler than they were yesterday. So look at this, 70 degrees 24 hours ago. From where we were yesterday, for tomorrow, we're going to be cooler than that. 66 in Socorro, 61 in Albuquerque, 54 in Santa Fe, 55 in Gallup, and 69 in Deming. Now, those winds are going to kick up tonight, so Alamogordo, we're going to keep it breezy tonight, 40 degrees for your overnight low, and we're going to warm up to 69 tomorrow, those partly sunny skies. And TRC, 39 degrees with those mostly clear skies for tonight, and 70 for tomorrow. Now in Silver City, we're going to be near freezing, pretty cold for you guys up there in the mountains, 33 and 61 for tomorrow. Here in the City of the Crosses, we're going to see more of that wind later on tonight. We should die down, but we're going to hit 44 degrees, so you might need that extra blanket for tonight, 70 for tomorrow. I'll let you know when's the best chance to get back outdoors and when you might need your allergy pills coming up in your 5-day forecast after the news.
It seems multiple states are seeing some form of wildfires.
More on that in today's Southwest Minute.
Flames from a car fire in Fountain, Colorado spread into a bush fire today. At least one house caught fire. Mandatory evacuations were ordered for homes near Interstate 25 and the Pueblo County line. As of this afternoon, units were still working to contain the fire. One person is missing and another was hurt after a chemical plant exploded in Hood County, Texas today. Firefighters are working to put out the flames. No evacuations have been ordered for the area, although parts of some highways are closed. And a suspected thief led Texas police on a high-speed chase through several Houston neighborhoods yesterday. The driver sped through the area, barely missing other cars and sheriff's cruisers. Deputies eventually deployed a spike strip that deflated one of the suspect's tires. In an hour, he gave up. I'm Jackie Loetta with the Southwest Minute.
And our NMSU basketball team has a big game coming up tomorrow against Clemson.
I'm sure Dave Guest has a lot more with that next with sports.
Thanks, guys. And coming up in sports, we'll hear from Zach Lofton, who will take the court representing the Crimson and White in tomorrow's big game. Don't go too far because News 22 Sports is next.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, this is Ben. This is Ben's guitar. Once there was a time when Ben's guitar was hot in more ways than one.
He said that guitar has been stolen. And of course I was sick. I couldn't believe it. I figured somebody'd hawk it if they stole it.
Find out how Ben got his groove back next time on Antiques Roadshow from Spokane, Washington.
Monday at 7 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
At a recent KRWG coffee visit, we talked with KRWG fans about why they value public media.
Public media is really essential for bringing in new ideas and different perspectives.
That I have access in what is considered a rural community. It's really important to me.
Become a member online at krwg.org or call 1-888-922-5794. Thank you.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Dave Guest, here to bring you the best. The women's basketball team fell short in the semifinal of the WAC tournament to Seattle University, despite a fourth-quarter surge that saw Gia Pack and Brooke Salas score 18 points apiece. The Aggies failed to overcome the Red Hawks' big lead that broke out in the first half. Though an early exit from the WAC, the season is not over for Brooke Atkinson and her team. Tonight at 6:30, the Crimson and White will look to survive round 1 of the NIT tournament as they take on Wyoming. Earlier this morning, the bracket was kicked off with the limelight performance of Oklahoma freshman phenom Trae Young. The Sooners could not hold on to a late comeback and fell to 7th seed Rhode Island in overtime. The first upset is in the books as 11th seed Loyola Chicago defeated the 6th seed Miami Hurricanes on a buzzer beater and punched their ticket to the round of 32. Here are the rest of the finals from today's games. A team does not usually ever repeat successful results in back-to-back years with so many new faces. In the case of New Mexico State basketball, the unlikely became a pleasant surprise.
Zach Lofton is the leading scorer for the Aggies, averaging 19.3 points per game. But his basketball journey hasn't been easy. This Minnesota native says he started when he was 3.
I started playing on the Fisher Price with my grandma, actually, my grandma and my uncles. And from there, they took me up to the rec up the street. Started playing organized about 5, and from there, I just took off.
Lofton had a successful high school basketball career, but didn't have the grades to go straight to the NCAA. From there, he went to prep school in Iowa, San Jacinto Junior College, Illinois State, Minnesota, and Texas Southern.
I was just at home, you know what I mean, having too much fun, you know what I mean, not focused on what I was supposed to be doing.
Along the way, a favorite coach told him about NMSU. He says it was the right decision.
From when I came here around, July, August, it's been tough for me. I came here a little out of shape. They helped me get me in shape, lost about 13 pounds. And from there, I've just been learning and trying to change. And Coach Jan's been doing a good job with that.
Lofton has grown and become more efficient. He was named to the All-WAC first team and All-WAC newcomer team. He attributes his successful year to his teammates and coaches, hard work, and a better attitude.
You give good energy to the world, you're going to get it back. So I think just starting there, doing things the right way.
For the second year in a row, he's entering the NBA draft. Last year he withdrew, but this time he says he's more mature and ready to give it his best shot. Whitley Newberry, News 22.
And now for something different. Let's go to Alaska for the most famous dog sled race in the world. The Iditarod, it ended early yesterday morning when Norwegian musher arrived in Nome. He and his 8 dogs finished in 9 days and 12 hours. The winner gets a new truck and $50,000 in prize money. And there is New Mexico connection to the Iditarod. Former Alamogordo resident Nicholas Petit was one of 70 mushers from all over the world in the 9,000-mile race. We haven't heard yet how he did. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Andres Valle will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast. But first, let's travel towards looking to tomorrow's basketball game. More on that when News 22 continues.
He wasn't just a good player, he was a superstar.
It was us against the world.
He's taking horrible abuse and death threats.
He took on everything that we were afraid to face, and he changed the entire country.
Monday at 8 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
Next time on Jackie Robinson. Robinson comes out swinging.
He had purchased the right to speak his mind many times over.
And builds a lasting legacy beyond baseball. The conclusion of Jackie Robinson.
Tuesday at 8 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
Welcome back to News 22. Let's go ahead and take a look at our top stories. Leaders in Las Cruces are doing what they can to make their mark in the film industry. Film Las Cruces opened up last week and is ready to begin film production and train the next generation of crew members. Her Campus, a magazine at NMSU, is offering women a platform when it comes to female empowerment. And Zach Lofton, an NMSU basketball player, is making strides this season, being the leading scorer for the Aggies.
And before we take off for spring break, we just want to remind everyone to go ahead and tune in to the Aggies men's basketball game tomorrow night. They are competing in the NCAA tournament and will be playing Clemson tomorrow at 9:57 Eastern Time. That's 7:57 our time. Unfortunately, we won't be able to follow the rest of the games because we'll be off all next week for spring break. Let's just hope the Aggies can make their way to the top.
And hopefully they do make their way to the top. I'm really excited to see what the outcome is.
I'm rooting for them, but currently in San Diego, they're going to deal with some wet weather. But for us here in Las Cruces, the 5-day forecast, well, we're going to see some more windier weather for these next couple of days. We're going to keep it mostly sunny. We do have that cold front, so you can see that our temperatures do drop into the weekend. We're going to stay breezy on Saturday, windy for your Sunday before we start to warm back up the beginning of next week.
Well, I'm pretty excited for next week since we're going to be seeing that warmer weather.
Kind of like spring, right?
I mean,
Almost.
Tuesday's the first day of spring. Also happens to be my 21st birthday, so I'm more excited for the first day of spring. Get to see some warm temperatures.
Awesome. And don't forget, you can catch all of today's aired stories and past newscasts on our YouTube page at youtube.com/KRWG News 22.
And follow us on Twitter and Instagram for show updates and the latest on what the News 22 team is up to.
I think that's all we got for tonight. I'm Selena Madrid.
I'm Shelby Cap.
And I'm Andres Valle. Have a good night.
Good night.
This news brief in Español is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a este breve informativo de Noticias 22. Yo soy Jazmín Anaya. Estudiantes de las preparatorias en Las Cruces entraron en sincronía con el resto de los estudiantes en la nación. Unieron fuerzas el miércoles por la mañana y salieron de los salones de clase. Cientos de estudiantes se mantuvieron de pie en el patio de la Escuela Preparatoria de Las Cruces y por 17 minutos guardaron completo silencio en honor a los 17 estudiantes que fallecieron hace un mes en la Preparatoria Douglas en Parkland, Florida. Se armaron con letreros que decían suficiente, ninguno más y los brazos son para abrazar. A pesar de que el patio de la escuela se encontraba lleno, la mayoría de los estudiantes decidieron no participar. Mientras algunos pedían un control de armas más estricto, algunos se opusieron. El superintendente de la escuela, Greg Ewing, dijo que los estudiantes no recibirán ninguna represalia por salir durante la demostración, ya que él considera que esta actividad tiene un enfoque en el civismo. Una pareja murió el martes en California mientras huían de los oficiales de inmigración. Santo Hilario García y Marcelina García Profecto se dieron a la fuga en un vehículo cuando se dieron cuenta de que los agentes intentaban detenerlos. Estas y más noticias en nuestro noticiero profundo en línea. Para Noticias 22, Jazmín Anaya.
Local support for a portion of today's programming is provided by Wells Fargo. Our support of Aggie students goes beyond just banking. By supporting News 22, we're giving back to the community. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.